Hey everyone, welcome back. The collective age of three individuals is 40 years. The age of one of the individuals is 50% greater than the sum of the ages of the other two. What is the age of the oldest individual in the group? The answer is C, 24. And this is actually a very interesting problem because if you understand systems of equations, you understand that for every variable you have, you need an equation. So, in this situation, we see that we have three individuals. We don't know the age of any of them. So we have three individuals, and I want you to see that this first statement, the collective age of three individuals is 40 years. Well, let's just go ahead and say that we have A, B, and C. And let's say that they are in order. A is the youngest, B is the second youngest, and C is the oldest. So the collective age of them is 40 years. So I could say that, A plus B plus C years old, that equals 40. Right? So that's one equation. But watch this. It says the age of one of the individuals is 50% greater than the sum of the ages of the other two. That would help me create my second equation, but that means I have three variables with two equations. So again, guys, this is not good for us because we need as many variables as we have equations if we want to solve for all three. So this is where things get interesting because you can't get really dissuaded by this. You can't. It just tells you that, hey, look, because there is an answer to this problem, there's going to be some nice shortcut that I can take. And watch this. So the age of one of the individuals is 50% greater than the sum of the ages of the other two. So if you can't tell who they're talking about here, they're talking about the oldest person. The age of the oldest person is 50% greater than the collective total of the other two. There's no possible way that the youngest person could be 50% greater than the sum of the other two. There's no possible way that the second oldest can be 50% greater than the sum of the other two. You can't have that. There's no way. That has to be the oldest person that we're talking about because the oldest person is greater than both of the others. It has to be it. So C is equal to 50% greater the sum of the other two. So A plus B. Well, what's another way of writing, 50% greater then? Well, the way that we write that actually is 150% of whatever that is. Because remember, we start at 100%, and since we're doing 50% more than that, that's 150% of whatever we're discussing. So 150% of the sum of A and B, the two younger people. So now we really just need to translate this into pure math. So that's going to be 1.5 multiplied by A plus B. Again, converting your percent to a decimal. And now something beautiful happens. What happens is that, hey, look, we want the oldest person in this group. That is C. Is there a way for us to use these two equations, even though we have three variables, is there a way for us to find C by itself? And yes, there is. Here's what we can do. If I were to go ahead and get A plus B by itself, well, guess where A plus B is? Right there. So I want to substitute whatever A plus B is out, and I want to represent it with C. So what I'll do to both sides is divide by 1.5. That's what we can do. Because the 1.5 eliminates, giving us A plus B equals C divided by 1.5. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot because now I can replace A plus B with C divided by 1.5. And that's exactly what I'll do. I'm going to replace it. And I'm going to add that C that was there before equals 40. So I just rewrote this equation, replacing A plus B with C over 1.5. So from here, I'm just going to go ahead and solve for C. Let's move this up a little bit so I have more room. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this with the same denominator. So I'll just write 1.5C over 1.5. What I did was just multiply the numerator and denominator there by 1.5 to get that to show. Because now we have C plus 1.5C over 1.5 equals 40. And if I add C and 1.5C together, that gives me 2.5C. Again, remember, this is now the algebraic part. We're just following our plan. We really did all of the work in setting it up. Now we're good. So what I'll do here is I'll multiply both sides by 1.5. And you can honestly notice that this is 5 over 3 if you want to, and then go that route. But if you didn't notice it, that's fine. So multiply by 1.5, leaving us with 2.5c equals 60. Then we divide by 2.5 on both sides, giving us c equals 24. Boom. So 24 years, that is the age of the oldest individual in the group. Boom. If you have any questions, let us know. We really want to know how you're doing so far. We want to know if this is helping you in any way, shape, or form. Because there are a lot of problems here, a lot of versatile ones, and I hope that you're getting the experience that you need every day to get that score that you want. So again, guys, reach out. We're more than happy to help.